You can do far better than that. Hey, everybody. That's so much better. Where are my friends that I shared a beer with earlier? How was that beer? You're welcome. I don't have herpes, do I? All right. Thank you so much for waiting. Is that okay? You guys excited to see this panel? Are you guys excited to see this panel? There you go. That's so much better. Second efforts. Hi, darling. How are you? Just so you know, this panel sold out faster than any panel we've ever sold. It was about 13 seconds. So you're very lucky that you are fast with your fingers and a keyboard and a mouse. My 4 dear friends that are about to come on stage were gracious enough to give us a little bit of their time that is super packed, as you can only imagine. And with your help and their help, we've raised about $5,000 from this panel alone for Operation Smile. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. And because I know you've been waiting for so long, I'm not going to keep talking up here. I'm just going to get to, oh, that's right. I keep forgetting to do that. This new thing we've been doing. $100 gift card from Best Buy. Right there. And I was given a number backstage from Ashley, number 7. Lucky number 7. Where are you? Right there. You get a $100 gift card, courtesy of our sponsor, Best Buy. Oh, yes, please, no flash photography. You all know that, right? And no video. You all know that, right? Because we have awesome cameras that are getting all this, and you can all see it later, right? And it's going to be great. All right, back to my beer. All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your patience. Thank you for being a part of this amazing experience at Nerd HQ. I hope you guys are with us for the rest of the weekend. Who's been to Nerd HQ before? Awesome. Are any of you going to any more panels? Thank you. All right, without further ado, please welcome to the stage, Kellan, Ashley, Peter, and Jackson. Thank you, sir.
Hi.
The cast of Twilight, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for them.
Howdy. These are the world's smallest fans. Thank you for being a fan.
Are you brave?
What?
Yes. I love it.
Look at those pictures. Wow, cool. Thank you guys for coming. This is cool.
This is an unmoderated panel, folks, so you get to ask the questions.
Okay, great. Stage dive. Who's going to catch me?
Anybody got a question? Not everybody at once, please.
Anyone? Anyone have a question?
We got
Anyone?
a question over here.
Anyone?
Yeah?
Anyone? Anyone?
You got a question? Actually, you're on.
Anyone have a question? Anyone?
He's right here.
Hold on,
Right here.
They'll give you a mic for a question. There you go.
With Breaking Dawn ending, what's going to be your favorite memory of the whole experience?
Favorite memory?
The
Peter
premieres.
cooking us
For
dinner.
me, it's the premieres. I loved seeing all the fans come out. And that was kind of the wow moment for all of us to step out of our cars and be like, oh, who are all these people? What are they here for? And then you realize there's Twilight fans and Twilight posters. So definitely the premiere. And just working with all these crazy cats, it's been quite an experience.
I'll never forget the premiere for Twilight. We got out of the car. There were 4 blocks of screaming fans. And no one had seen the movie yet. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. But if they don't like the movie, they're all going to come after us with pitchforks. And thankfully, you guys all liked it, and you're here today. So thank you. Anyone?
Next.
Over here, right here. Oh. Yes, you. Yes, you have a question.
Come up here.
You're thinking of a number between 1 and 10. What is it?
No,
What is it?
I wasn't.
You were. You were
No.
thinking of a number. What? All right, you're thinking of a number between 1 and 10. What is it?
5.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well then, if you choke a Smurf, what color does it turn?
You what?
If you choke a Smurf, what color does it turn?
Why would you do that? Why would you want to soak a Smurf?
Because I'm evil.
That is a dark
That's like a
question.
gremlin. Let's get a gremlin wet just to see what happens.
Don't get a gremlin wet. You're not supposed to feed it after midnight or get it wet. If I shower with a Smurf, it's
No. If you choke a Smurf.
Oh, choke a Smurf.
Oh, choke a Smurf.
I thought you said wash a Smurf.
That's not a euphemism for anything, is it? All right.
Is that what we call it nowadays? Choking your Smurf? Is that it?
I don't know. I've never choked a Smurf.
That's the best question. Thank you.
I would say blue. A deeper blue.
A deeper blue.
Purple? It would turn the color of your shirt. Okay. Anyone? Yes, right here.
Oh, it's been amazing.
Was the birth anything like Breaking Dawn?
Yes. No, it was absolutely fantastic. It was amazing. I remember just hearing that first cry, you know, that little baby cry, and then the room kind of went silent for me, and it was just like I just kind of zoned in on the baby. There's all this other stuff happening, and all I could see was the baby, and it was amazing. And then the next day, or actually later that day, a couple hours later, he took his first poop, and it was so wonderful.
The first of many.
The first poop from a baby is like magic. And I was like, he poops! He poops! My son has shot! And I texted all of my friends pictures of it and my parents, and I was like, look at the poop, it's so poopy! My son made it! It's like almost, I wish it was a painting, I could put it on the fridge. That would be unsanitary though. Yeah, that's terribly gross. But yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah. Poop.
Back there, Batman.
All right, so my question was, who were you most excited to work with when you found out, like, from the beginning, so like from Twilight?
I think, who were we excited to work with Twilight when we first got the movie? Is that what you're asking? I think for me it was Catherine. She was the only one I really knew of.
I mean, for me it was like anyone, because I really hadn't done anything before Twilight, so I was just excited to be doing a film, really, and to be meeting a bunch of other actors. Actually, Kellan, that was pretty cool. Me and Kellan knew each other way, way, way before Twilight, and so it was kind of a cool coincidence that we got to work together.
Yeah, Ashley helped get me the role, so I was really excited.
I
to work
do
with
remember
her.
that.
Yeah.
There was another actor who actually had Kellan's role, and he was there for rehearsals, and then they didn't feel like he was physically big enough to play the role.
That sucks, man.
It was not that I was not
Shucks.
physically big enough.
Shucks.
Okay, I was physically big enough. Okay, I was.
Need some more meat on
I
those
was
bones,
otherwise
Zach.
committed to something else. Thank you.
And he was unavailable, so I remember I was in the van, and Catherine
She was
had
like, chill out, Ashley.
she had two headshots there, and
God, my photographer was good. It was, the mall ones.
and Catherine said, "Does anybody know any of these guys?" And I remember Ashley, I was in the van with you, and she was like, "Oh, I know him. He's great." And
I was
then
like, he's great, he's perfect, he's really nice, he fits the part, he's big enough.
yeah. And
really
and then
wanted to work with him.
Kellan came down, met Catherine, and did you read with her? She actually flew you in and read with you, right?
Yeah, she made me jump off a bed and see how I would land.
She
and-
flew him to Canada and make him take off his shirt, and and he got the role.
Yeah, needless to say, I think she made the right decision. Just
Yeah.
saying.
This is Emmett. I mean, come on. This is the man right here.
What will you guys take away from this whole experience after the Twilight is all finished showing?
Gratitude. I don't know. I'm so thankful to all of you.
Hopefully the fans.
Yeah.
Hopefully
We're all taking you
Take you
away.
guys
us.
No, really, the fan experiences are unlike any other movie I've ever been on, and you guys have been so supportive of us, and we're so appreciative of that. We talk about that all the time, how we've grown. There are people in this room that we've known for like 4 years, and we get to meet up with you at things like this or the premiere, and it's like coming together with an old friend. Oh my Carlisle. Her Twitter handle is Oh My Carlisle. No. Yes.
Okay, half of you guys up there already know me
Sorry,
anyways.
you're next. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Kellan. A lot of you guys are getting a lot of questions, but we've been getting a lot of questions too. Like, what kind of books have we been reading? What kind of books have you guys been reading lately? Please don't say 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
What does that relate to?
I know. One day soon you'll know too, my son. One day. I've been reading a lot of baby books. It's like there's this book, it's like an operation manual for your baby. It's hysterical, it's terrible, and I hate it, but I have to keep going back to it. I'm like, God damn it. How do I swaddle?
Does it have pictures?
It does have pictures and diagrams. Thank God.
Did you read What to Expect When You're Expecting?
No, but I saw the movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Then you're set.
There we go. Hey.
I don't know. It's so weird. As an actor, it's very embarrassing, but you're reading scripts so much that I have such rare time to actually read books. And I'm always looking. Throw out some recommendations, because the last thing I kind of almost read was an Archie comic that I bought at the store the other day. Is that Archie? Why don't they make an Archie movie? They should make it. Dude, why aren't they making an Archie movie? Who would be a great Archie? No, I don't have red hair. Anyone? Anyone? Who would be the perfect? No, Chuck would be a good Jughead.
Wait a minute.
No, with the crown. You get to wear a crown all the time.
Seth Green is a ginger. Seth Green is a ginger. He could be Archie.
Let's cast
He's
Archie
a teeny
right
ginger, though. He's a.
Let's cast Archie right now. So we got Zach is Jughead.
Why do I have to be Jughead?
Because you're tall and lanky and like with the crown.
No,
he's
hold
cool.
on a second. Lanky's hurtful.
No, lanky is like
I'm limber.
it's slim and tall is lanky, and you get to wear a crown all the time.
That's the dumbest hat ever, Peter.
No one wants to play this game. Okay, next question.
Tasha's overruled you.
Yes, what is it? What wigs? I wig my hair back and forth.
That was the song for Breaking Dawn.
Emmett's was way
He really
worse
did
than the
sing
last
that.
movie.
It should be in,
And
I
was
think,
like, why
part
does
2
he have
at the
like
credits.
a
He sang that
Jufro
all the
or
time.
something? It was Emmett's character.
What? Wait,
yeah,
what?
Your character?
What I have?
The wig in the latest one was like even worse.
I've never worn a
and I was
wig.
He's never worn a wig.
He really hasn't.
He dyed his hair.
Like, no, it was
Awkward. Yeah.
Well, I like this.
What's that?
I like your hair like this.
You know, it's
With a hat on? Thanks.
Someone actually said that to me. They were like, "I liked your wig in Twilight. I hated your wig in Twilight, the original one." I was like, "That was the one I wore. That was my own hair. That one. That was the best one because it was my hair."
It was natural.
What? Well, no. What happened was I was filming Nurse Jackie simultaneously, so I had to wig it because I had to have brown hair and then blonde. So.
Were you talking about my bowl cut one? Was that the one? I don't know what they were thinking either. Trust me. Thank you.
Rob has it in his contract that we all have to look bad.
No one can have better hair than Rob.
There's like this fine line. It's like every male character has to have bad hair so that I have good hair, better hair. He does have good hair though.
Did you guys coordinate your hats?
We did. We
I look up to my dad.
got a 2-for-1 deal.
He passes it down, you know.
I had a question for Ashley. Could I have a hug?
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Oh, this is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was
Awesome.
adorable. You won.
And that is the limit on hugs, folks. That is it. No more physical contact.
Hi guys.
Hey.
So what was it like working with suddenly having a little girl on the set, and who had to put the most money in the swear jar of this group?
Rob.
No, this group.
Probably, yeah.
Of the four
I
of
think
you.
Rob had to put the most money in.
He kept forgetting.
She made me feel, I was not like that when I was her age. Mackenzie is the most responsible adult little girl I think I've ever met. She's incredible. She's amazing.
Yeah, she was so adorable. She'd be like, oh, I'd always go up to her and ask her. I'd be like, so how's your swear jar collection going? Can you go to college yet? And she'd always be like, oh yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so just dropped like 2 F-bombs, and then they did the MF, and then there was a couple S's. And I had to think to myself, I was like, oh, yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny as hell. I grew up with a little sister, so I'm pretty good about it. I think I slipped up maybe once, but I was very conscious of it. It just made me feel bad, you know?
I'm pretty sure she like doubled her salary via the swear jar.
Yeah, the swear
Really
jar,
bad.
yeah.
And Rob is now broke.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Is this working? Okay. If you guys were not mobbed, like uber mobbed like you are, obviously, anywhere on the floor in the convention, where would you be hanging out, not answering Summit, not answering Twilight, not answering Showtime? What would you guys be interested in at the con?
What else is there here?
Game of Thrones.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as like, you know, a pompous comment. I never got to experience Comic-Con because I've always been doing panels, so I don't know what else is here. I never got to go outside the walls of the cage.
Oh, so exciting. There's so much happening
so
here.
tell us what would be good to go see. Walking
Dead is one of my favorite shows.
What
I
else-
love
what
Game
else
of
is
Thrones.
Tell us, because I
Game of
feel
Thrones,
really
what?
Game of Thrones.
Season 3, give me some zombies, right?
True
I
Blood.
remember when I first saw the first episode of Game of Thrones, I was like, I will stick with it, because at the end of this season, I know there will be dragons. And at the end of the season, there were dragons. And then in season 2, I was like, give me those damn dragons, and they just teased you with it. They were like, you're gonna see the dragons? Nope, not gonna see the dragons this episode. It's like, okay, I'll give you the next one. Nope, not gonna see it. And then at the very end, I was like, you mother. So you give me the dragons now, and I have to watch the 3rd season. They're good. Those bastards are clever.
Did they show the dragons yet? I haven't seen it.
No, there's no dragons.
Is that dragons?
Yeah, the entire purpose of that story. Yes, there were dragons.
They're dragons. All right, I gotta check it out.
Hi.
Maybe they were waiting until they made enough money for the CGI to make the dragon. Like, if this is a hit, we're gonna have dragons.
We're gonna have dragons. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
So since we're at Comic-Con, what's your favorite superhero and why?
Mighty Mouse. See,
Obviously.
I just like him. He's cute. He's tiny. He's like a Superman in a pocket. It's like... I'm also fond of Speedy Gonzalez, but there's been a debate because I think Speedy Gonzalez is a superhero. I classify Speedy as a.
Do you just have a mouse fetish? What? What do we not know about you, Pete?
I don't know. I just those little guys don't get their due. I think.
I hear you.
All right. I had this debate today with someone: The Flash versus Speedy Gonzalez. Who's faster? I don't know.
I'm not answering that question.
Flash would step on Speedy Gonzalez.
No, if they're racing, if it's like
he would run over him.
Well, they're Speedy's. I don't know. He's speedy. Exactly.
There you
Flash
go.
is flashy.
There you go. Speedy definitely has a better catchphrase. Oh man.
You don't think Speedy is a superhero?
I think he's a superhero for mice. That's true.
Okay.
There's an entire subculture of mice superheroes.
Animal heroes. Okay. In his little world, he's a superhero.
That's horrible.
I like him. Captain Caveman. Anyone? No.
Ashley, who's your favorite superhero?
Mine? You are.
Oh.
You're my favorite superhero.
All right, I can die now. A happy man.
Okay, I have a question back here. Hi. I was wondering if any of you took any props now that this series is over from maybe you stole something, like from props from the films?
We have to be careful not to get sued with that question.
I took the house. It's
Which
a tree
one?
house now.
Which one did you take?
The one on set. Yeah. I live there. It's terrible. No, I didn't take anything. I thought about taking the wig from New Moon and burning it, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I just wear it around at night.
That's sexy.
I tease it, so it's really fluffy.
They like scrunched the hell out of it.
Yeah, they wanted me in ringlets, I guess.
I took Boo Boo Stewart. He's so cute. I keep him in the closet at home and just.
And what'd you do with him? Did you join the mouse and?
I'm not even gonna go there with it. See, I try to make a joke and he makes it really disgusting and like.
So?
You're so cute when you guys get into a little fight because your hats match.
Yeah.
That's what you want to
They're
call
cool.
it.
The Wonder Twins are cool. They are. That's because I was a Wonder Twin.
You got a question over there.
Is it my turn? Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Well, it seems like the set of Twilight's really like dark and gloomy. Does that ever like get to you guys, like being in like dark, gloomy areas all the time?
What? No, I didn't hear the question.
I'm like shaking right now. Like the set of Twilight, it seems like really like dark and like sad and depressing. Does that ever get to you?
It rained a lot. That kind of gets depressing when it's raining like every day.
Then you have Peter walking around.
Oh, thanks.
Making jokes. I think everyone had a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
It kind of helped. We all like each other, luckily, so.
I'll tell you what
It
was
helps.
incredible was they recreated that house so many times in different locations. So the first time we shot was in Portland, Oregon, and they had a real house there that they rented and then they recreated the whole house in Vancouver, and they built it on a set. So we'd go to this set inside this warehouse, and it was like they built it to scale. So it was like a replica of this home, and they did a fantastic job. And then they rebuilt it again in Baton Rouge, right? And then they rebuilt it again. Like they just keep. This is the traveling home that just kept getting rebuilt everywhere. But it was pretty cool. Like it was trippy because it was like, wait a minute, we're in different states, but it's the same exact house. Why are you staring at me?
It's like a. You're so pretty, Peter.
You ask what of our hidden talents? They're hiding. I don't know. Hidden talents. What's your hidden talent, Ashley?
It's hidden.
It is hidden.
It's hidden.
It's hiding her talent.
It is. Just keeping that a secret.
That's amazing.
I don't have a hidden talent. I don't know. Good at baking.
Pet my
That's
foot.
about it.
You just pet my foot. I felt nice. You keep doing that. Oh God.
Wait, don't
It's purring.
Hidden talent right here. Foot petter.
Jackson's a very talented musician.
thank you.
He has a band called 100 Monkeys. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Kellan? I don't have
What's
any
my
talents.
talent?
So.
What's my talent?
I don't know.
Massages, right?
What is up with you today? What's going on? You're scaring me. I have to change my number.
I gotta say something about Jackson before we started. When we did Twilight, we got in a lot of trouble. Just all us boys running around before it got to be the craziness and fun that it is. But we would all go around town and do semi-illegal things.
Yeah,
around
like
town. And Jackson would be the quickest one. And he wears boots all the time, and he'd beat us around the corners.
Oh, you're talking about that one time in Vancouver when we went into that like bar, and yeah, that was hysterical. We were looking to go to go get some food and like a couple of drinks, and we turned down into this bar, and it's like completely empty. It's weird. The door's open. We walk into the bar.
Don't
it's
tell
empty,
this story.
And then there's
There are children in the
There are
audience
children.
here. Don't-
You should never do this.
Memo that
Don't
said
do
there's
this.
people
I'm
under
still
18.
upset with you for doing that.
Oh man, it was hysterical. No, basically there's a party in the back or something, and we're just looking around. It's like
We rang a doorbell and we ran.
Yes.
It was crazy.
By doorbell he means fire alarm. And then we ran.
When we say we, I mean Jackson.
It just was just there, and I had to do the thing, and I've never done it before, and it felt good. By which I mean, don't ever do that. It's bad. And I feel guilty still.
You look like you feel very guilty.
Yes.
Not believable, I'm sorry. I know you're a better actor than that.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you guys, now that Twilight and Breaking Dawn, the second part is coming out, would you each please take just a couple of minutes to tell us what you're doing next? We're all eager to, support you in your next steps, and we'd really like to hear, what's next for each of you. So maybe Ashley, you could start, and maybe we could go along.
I'm
It's all about
I just want you to know what I'm doing.
all the time.
I am
just keeps on talking.
I'm not gonna stop playing Carlisle. I'm actually gonna rent myself out for birthday parties, bar mitzvahs.
What are you on? They asked Ashley.
Ashley?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that my name?
Were you finished? Okay, so then. No, go ahead.
I'm just so sad.
No, but really?
I'm not gonna work with you anymore. I'm so sad.
Go ahead, Ashley. Seriously. They're
Do you
waiting.
know what Peter did on the way over here?
Do you see how much fun we had on set?
He tried to pickpocket me, and he dropped my phone in the middle of the street that I just bought. Broke it.
Yeah. I tried to do a
love him.
pickpocket because I
He's
did
an
a movie
awful
on pickpockets, but I'm a little rusty. And I grabbed her phone, so she's mad at me because I dropped it in the middle of the street.
It's the worst pickpocket
Sorry.
ever. So that's what he'll be doing. No, in all honesty, that means a lot to us, I think, except maybe you.
Ouch. When did I become the guy everybody hates in the cast?
No, that you're going to support, that, our fans are going to follow us to...
I'm not coming to any of your movies now.
I'm not talking to you. I don't care about you. Into what we're doing, that means a lot to us. But I have a movie called The Apparition coming out. It is scary. But that comes out in August. It's with Warner Brothers, and it's my first lead in a studio film. So that's pretty cool. Thanks. And I'm doing a movie right now called CBGB. That's a club that was in New York for a long time that kind of founded the underground punk rock scene. Yeah, someone knows what it is. So I'm doing that in Savannah right now. It's very, very cool. Peter? Did you want to...
He's quiet.
I'm
That's
not talking.
Weird. Something's wrong. Well, I am taking a little time. I've been actually writing a lot. I'm working on a couple different things. I'm working on a solo album of music. Thank you. Kind of going back to my roots and a lot of the music that I really grew up listening to, and the music that I really love, kind of more blues and rock and roll, like real rock and roll. And I'm trying to get away from synthesizers and all that kind of noise. But I'm doing that. I am also writing. I've just partnered with this production company to do another digital series. I just did Aim High season 2, which is a web series, digital series I did with Warner Brothers and in Wonderland, which we debuted on Facebook last year. And this year we're going to get it out to the entire world. That's my fight. I'm making it so that we can actually get it out all over the world. And then I'm writing a feature right now that I got a buddy of mine up in Detroit that is one of my writing partners, and we've been writing this feature that I think I'm going to be able to direct. So I'm going to do my directorial debut. I'm really excited about that. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. So. Trying to get myself there. Thank you.
I just got back from shooting Tarzan, which was such an amazing... I loved it. I grew up, I love
Let's
animals.
hear your best Tarzan yodel.
I can't do it. It's in the contract. I can't do it yet.
No, you can't do it?
No. It sucks. Oh, it's you guys, I was impressed seeing how we all did it. And it was my first time doing mocap, which is a lot of fun. It's like theater in the round. and you just get to use your imagination. So felt like I was a kid again, and I could just imagine where the animals are and where Cheetah is and the little elephants and them rolling around. And I had the most amazing motion director, Peter Elliott, who's done tons of films, but he taught me how to move like Tarzan and act like an ape and a chimp and do a bunch of calls. And it was just the coolest project I've done to date, so I'm very proud of that. Now it's your turn, Peter.
I'm gonna try to get Twilight the musical off the ground. Twilight, turn on the lights. No, I'm doing Nurse Jackie season 5. Thank you. And I have a production company, so we have 4 films in development. So I'll probably be in a few of those.
Are you gonna ask us to?
No. Of course. You're all welcome. I love these guys, even though they hate me.
Hi, can you tell us who was the biggest prankster on set and something that they did?
Biggest prankster? Kellan's
We were all trouble, us three.
Yeah.
We would equally.
I think me and Kellan the most, right?
Yeah.
And Eddie, if Eddie was
Eddie
still-
Gathegi. Yeah, he's funny.
Eddie was hysterical.
Yeah, Eddie's really funny too.
Yeah.
Hi, over here in the corner. Woo!
Hi, over here in the corner, over there. In that corner.
My question is more pertaining to being an actor in general. I was wondering, what were your first auditions like? Do you have any funny stories?
First auditions.
Like professionally?
First ever? Oh man, I did this thing called Disney 411.
You were so excited.
I was a reporter for the Disney Channel. And basically, I went into the audition room, and they gave me this copy. It's like, say your name and say, you're here with Disney 411, and you're going to interview Hilary Duff. And so I go, oh, hey, I'm Jackson Rathbone. I'm here to interview Hilary Duff. And I talked to the producer for a while, and he's like, I like you. You got a nice kind of vibe to you and everything, but you look young, but we need you. You don't sound young. So they wanted me to pitch my voice up and see what that sounded like. And they were like, can you try it? And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like,
Hi, I'm Jackson with Disney 411, and we're here with Hilary Duff, and she's just so incredible. I'm really excited.
and so I did that about 8 times, interviewed, and then I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. But that was one of the first things I ever did in LA when I was 18. Yeah. That was a weird audition.
I don't
Why
remember
are they
that far back.
staring at me? Jeez.
No weird audition stories?
I feel like you guys are all vampires and I'm not. Am I supposed to answer it? Okay. The first thing I ever auditioned for, this is really sad, was a soap opera, and they still said I was really green, even for a soap opera, which is is an interesting form of acting. No, I auditioned for it and got called back like 6 times and was under the impression that auditioning was easy and this is great. And then after that, I don't think I got another call back for like 6 months and figured out that acting was a lot harder than I thought it was. But that was my first audition. Everything else, I don't know. I don't remember.
For me, it was really awkward because I didn't really know the whole audition process. And in the scene, there was a makeout scene. I think it was for a soap opera also, Bold and Beautiful. And I had no idea. And I did 2 episodes on the show. And I remember an audition where I had to make out with a girl. And there was no girl in the room, so I did the worst thing ever and faked it. and the casting directors thought it was so funny because I hear them busting up, but rule 1, never get out of character. And they just let it go on and on and on. So then I just felt stagnant. I'd move the hand down lower, and then they'll bust up. It was very awkward. And then after...
Did she think you were joking, or was she...
I think she did, and I was so serious. Obviously, I didn't get the role, so...
That's the most odd...
It was awkward,
That's awesome.
man. It was awkward.
I'll tell you an awkward... Auditioning's always awkward. I think you'd agree to that, right?
Amen, brother.
I mean, because it's never anything like a movie set, and you're always sitting in like some broom closet with some, casting director, and you're having to imagine this whole world, and you don't have any like props or anything. And I remember auditioning for U571. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
And the role I was auditioning for, they didn't have because it was so small. They didn't have enough lines so they just like put like 5 characters together. So it was like snippets of scenes that were thrown together. So you were like, you're standing there and you're in a chair and you're like, oh my God, the water's coming down on me, I can't breathe. And then you're like, I love you. Why don't you love me back? You're like, here it comes, 12 o'clock, sir. And it's like all these like snippets, and it was the weirdest audition. I remember walking out going, that's just weird. I don't know. I have the oddest job.
So did you get the job?
No.
Kellan, it's on.
Hey.
Should I just yell?
Just yell it. Yeah, just yell
it.
It
Works. Yell my name. I love it.
Yell at me first. Just get it out. Just get it out.
Hello? Haha. Okay. So, Kellan, we know you're a big, strong, strapping man, but have you ever lost an arm wrestle like Emmett did with Bella?
Did I what?
Have you ever lost an arm wrestle?
To Kristen Stewart.
I love arm wrestling. I mean, that was what we did in the Midwest, and every time I'd go back home to Iowa, I mean, that's where the farmers were, so they're strong. But ever since I watched Stallone's movie, Over the Top, I learned that whole technique, and I dominate at arm wrestling. I guess that's one of my hidden talents. There you go. Who?
Why did I get dragged into this? Isn't there anyone else?
What are you kidding? Didn't you just call me lanky? Aren't I Jughead? There's no way I'm going to win an arm wrestling match with Kellan. It's not going to happen. By the way, I love that earlier the question of what are your hidden talents led to Jackson pulling a fire alarm. But clearly, that is his hidden talent.
I don't know how we got on that subject. I'm not arm wrestling him, but because that's going to end bad for me.
Hi. My question is, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Well, when I bite into a York peppermint patty, I don't know. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I don't think I've ever had one, actually.
You never had a Klondike bar? Never, ever?
No.
You love sweet stuff.
I love gummy bears.
Okay.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
It depends. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't.
By the way, you don't have to answer any question. You literally don't have to. They could ask you what you do for a Klondike bar, and you could say, I don't know, next question. You can do that. Because that happens at Nerd HQ. That's what happens. I'm just saying. Next question. Here you go.
Okay, starting with Ashley, I wanted to ask all of you guys, if you guys didn't have the superpower you guys had as vampires in Twilight, what other superpower would you have?
I'd like to fly.
I control the weather. I would control the weather. Storm, lightning, fire, weather in general. Natural disasters would be my forte.
It's like more like a super villain. You just want to be evil. Tired of being sweet Alice, and now you're like,
No, I'm just so nice that.
I want to hear your best super villain evil laugh. Can you give us one?
No, I cannot. That is an example of not doing what someone asked you to.
What?
Thank you for that.
What?
Next question.
Next question. Move on. Move on, buddy.
Over here in the back.
I got passed over, and I'm not even in the audience.
Wait, this question is for Peter.
Do you get Ryan Gosling?
Once in a while.
Wow.
Wait, this question is for Peter. If there is a sequel to Can't Hardly Wait,
I'll kick everyone's ass in this room. Yes.
where would your character be and what would he be doing right now?
You know, I would like to imagine that Mike Dexter is probably working at a car wash somewhere. But in the sequel, you know, the nerd guy comes riding in and I have to wash his car. And he's like Bill Gates now and he doesn't tip me. And then, but I get Amanda back. Somehow, some way I get Amanda back. And my world ends up a little better. Because I'm a hopeless romantic like that.
Mike Dexter.
I've given a lot of thought to this, by the way. This keeps me up at night. Next question.
Next question. Anybody got a question?
Over here, question for Ashley Greene. Your hair was so short in the movie, and now it's long. Has it been that long since you wrapped filming?
Yes. Oh, was that for you?
You're really pretty. Not that smart. I'm kidding. I love you.
I'm joking.
No. Yeah, no, it's been a wig since we started. Catherine said when I got the part that I would have to cut my hair, and I was down. And she decided to be really nice to me and was like, you know what? Since you were so gung ho about it, we'll wig you. And so, and the second one, I offered to cut my hair, and then they literally did not want me to cut my hair because Wick was like, no, it's not going to match. It's not going to matter. Don't do it. So the whole time it was a wig, and somehow they managed to wrap all of my hair under that without making it look really strange. Yeah.
Oh.
And Jacqueline loved it.
Is it weird that the question about Ashley's hair came from a grown man? Is that weird?
Listen.
Maybe you're a hairstylist. I don't know.
Don't be jealous of my hair.
I'm not jealous. Okay, fine. I'm a little jealous of your hair. Just a little. Next.
I know you were thinking it. You were thinking that question.
Totally.
You were sitting there
like that guy
someone...
must love hair. He must love hair. I don't. Yes, Captain America in the back.
Oh, hi. Okay. In high school, how were you guys really act? Different from the movie?
Like this. Like how do we act different from the movie?
Yeah.
In high school?
Yes.
I didn't want to kill everyone and eat them and feast upon an entire cafeteria full of students. I more so kept, I don't know, myself, I kind of went to high school for 2 years in Texas, and then my final 2 years I went to high school in Michigan. And when I was in Texas, I had a DJ company. By the time I was 14, it was really weird. I had to have my dad drive me to my gigs. It was really, really strange. But I would DJ weddings. I would DJ I DJ'd my sister's prom. That was pretty good.
How did she feel about that?
She didn't like it.
Yeah.
She didn't like it. It's okay. It's okay.
Especially a protective viewer.
I helped her become an artist by hating that I did that. It fed her art. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, in high school, I just wanted to make art. I always wanted to, make music. I was in a couple bands. I DJ'd. I just kind of, I guess I was a little similar to Jasper in that I kind of had a little group that I hung out with. Not a very big group, but I wanted more friends.
Did you date your stepsister?
What?
We're all stepbrother and sister, and we're all dating in the movie.
That's weird, and we don't talk about that.
Does anyone find that strange?
We don't talk about that, Ash.
All right, then.
Next question.
You want to talk about imprinting, too?
We didn't do that.
Hi.
That's not us.
Yes.
I'm over here.
Where are you? Yes.
I'm standing up.
What? What?
I'm only 4'10", so that they're making a
She
joke
said she
on
is standing up. She actually is standing up.
Since tomorrow's Friday the 13th, do any of you have any superstitions?
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Did you get that off a popsicle stick?
It was on a bazooka comic. Next question. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not superstitious, but I won't walk under a ladder because I don't think it's smart. Yeah, I don't know. Penny heads up?
I'll take any penny. I mean,
yeah.
That's free money right there.
That's free money, free money.
All right, so I have 2 Twilight tattoos, but what's the most interesting Twilight tattoos that you guys have seen?
Oh, I've seen a lot.
Yeah, my face, because it was my face. That's pretty cool. No, my brother actually told me about one that he saw. He was like, I saw.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to say your brother had your face tattooed on him. And
your brother has you tattooed
that
on
would be weird. He's a nice guy.
I
no.
did make him wear an Alice Cullen shirt. I did. But I didn't make him get a tattoo. But no, that's pretty much the most interesting thing. To see a tattoo of yourself on someone is pretty. It's
the
very
Cullen
interesting.
crest.
I never thought I would see it.
The Cullen, like a giant Cullen crest. That's right. Oh, let me show you. No, I've seen them like on their people's backs, like huge.
Yeah, I
And,
think I actually read a Huffington Post article on the internet. It was like this woman had her entire back done like a Twilight poster. That was amazing. That was a really good artist actually, because that looked it was extremely realistic. Yeah, it was like an entire poster on her back. Her entire back was covered. I didn't see her in person though, but I just saw it on the internet, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I know that movie. Oh, I know those guys that are in the movie. That's cool. No.
I've had a few fans actually ask me to sign my name, and then they get it tattooed on them. Is that, what do you have? It's Stephanie's. But I always feel really bad for them, because and it always also puts a lot of pressure on me, because like if I all of a sudden stop acting, and then like 10 years from now or 5 years from now, people will be like, who the hell is that? Like, they probably ask that now anyway, like who the hell is that? Plus I have a really long last name, so it like takes up space. I try to write it small. I'm like, thank God for tattoo removal, that's all I'm saying.
Hey guys, I'm Desiree.
Did you say
yes,
Renesmee?
That's me.
Renesmee?
No, Desiree.
It's close.
I guess. I'm one of those that's totally addicted to Facebook. I'm sure many of these people are. One of the questions, it's not really a big answer, but are any of you guys able to maintain like a private with your family and friends, like without being found, like real social networking with your family and friends at all, privately? And how do you do it?
I just call them. I mean, I don't do the Facebook thing. No. Well, I was really bad. I used to have Facebook, and I would always read them, and I never responded to them. I would get done reading them and not respond, so it didn't make sense. So yeah, I just call them.
I use Skype, to contact my family in Texas. And my sister was actually she's an amazing artist, and she was studying in China. And I remember one time I called my mom, and she was Skyping my sister. So my mother put me on speakerphone, and I was talking to my sister through Skype while she was talking to my mom. And I was just like, this is a crazy world. This is weird. When I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones. All back in 1962.
I just love how many fake accounts there are, because I have so many friends from back in the day who have, you can go on those Facebook accounts and you see the conversations that they have. And you go back home, I go back to Arizona for Christmas time, and I see friends who are like, I love AZ. Not right now, it's like 120 degrees, so I'm glad I'm here. But they have these conversations, and most of them are great. They make me look good, and I'm communicating to old peers and friends, but they have these conversations, and they feel like they're talking to me, and it's
And then they get mad at you because they're like,
yeah, then they get mad, like you stop talking to me. You think you're too cool. I'm like, I was never talking to you. Not
and
on
they
purpose,
don't want to
but-
believe it either, because
Yeah,
they don't want to
believe
admit
it.
that they've been talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
So they think that you're lying to them. Is that just happening to me? Am I just talking out loud? It only happened to me, right? No? Does that happen to you?
What?
That people think like that they're talking to you and then they get mad at you?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Hi.
That, by the way, was the cleverest way of trying to find out what their private Facebook accounts is. That was unbelievable. That was diabolical. Yes, we got a question over here?
Yes, I'm from Baton Rouge, so I wanted to know what, if anything, did you enjoy about being there, and were y'all able to make it out to any LSU games?
My family's from Baton Rouge. My dad was born and raised in Baton Rouge, and I had a lot of family there. So I went to go see my aunt and my cousins, and they cooked jambalaya and some crawfish etouffee. It was amazing. I love Baton Rouge. It's a great city.
We got to
and I went to an LSU game. Yeah.
We got to go out with the SWAT team of Baton Rouge and actually shoot all their guns and do some tactical training sessions with them.
Where was I? When you say we, you didn't say, that's not me. I didn't get to go. Where was I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't trust you with a gun, dude.
There was that pizza kitchen that we went to that was pretty cool. I felt bad because there was a California pizza kitchen,
CPK?
like CPK. It's like right outside where we were staying. I was like, I'm in Baton Rouge. They have the best food here. Why am I eating at CPK?
It's good food.
It was a good CPK, but...
I have a question regarding CPK. Ashley, is it true that you used to work at CPK? And if so, do you like the artichoke dip? And if so, are you secretly in love with me? And feel free to answer that in any way you want.
I think. Let's be honest. You know the answer to all those questions, don't you?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Amazing. You did work at CPK, didn't you?
I did.
Oh my
and
God.
you stalked me, didn't you?
I did. No, I maybe a little.
He just
but
really
that's
likes
not,
CPK.
That is not stalking. That is just
loves
showing
the
a
artichoke
really
dip,
high
yeah.
interest in someone that may have waited on you at one point and gave you great artichoke dip. That's not stalking, is it? Maybe a little.
Yeah, just
We
aggressively shadowing.
we got time for one, maybe two more questions. So make them great and saucy.
No pressure.
Hi guys, thanks so much for visiting us last night, camping out for Hall H. We really appreciated that. And my question is, if there was one scene that you wish the director would not yell cut, what scene would that be?
I'm sorry, did you say the director had...
One scene where they would say to not yell cut? So you wanted to keep the scene going without being cut. Oh. I'm a great translator. So good.
Good at that, yeah.
A scene that got cut out of the film that you wished was in the film. Are we all on the right? No?
Is that?
No.
If we could have
just like that, it kept going and going and
going
going.
in the moment.
Basically,
kept being in
any
the moment.
scene that you were in, I'm assuming.
That hurts. That hurts.
Last question.
That was very hurtful.
Tough love.
I love you.
I love you too.
See, we're really like a family. We can give each other crap and we still love each other. I really do love these people.
We love you too.
See how I turned an awkward moment into something sweet? I don't know. That's a tough question.
That's a really tough question, yeah. Like, what scene do you kind of want to live in the moment for?
I mean, the dancing stuff was kind of fun if it hadn't been
Oh,
raining.
yeah, that was dope.
I had a real good dance partner.
Yeah, we rocked that. I gotta say, we had a lot of fun, like kind of doing like the choreography and everything. And then it was weird because we, you know, like that scene, the camera kind of drifts around, and it's a long shot actually. So we had to wait, and then hit it at the perfect moment, start dancing. So that
I had
was
so much fun dancing in that.
That was
awesome.
fun.
That was great. They actually had to, like our first take, we nailed it and it was perfect and the director loved it. And then the script supervisor came over and was like whispered in Bill's ear, and Bill was like, "What?"
Peter was slowly.
I'll tell you the story because
Peter's face was in the
So hold on. Peter wants to tell the story. Surprise.
Because he wants to turn it.
This is my story.
It's
So
Peter's story.
they had this great dance number, right, in Breaking Dawn. You saw that, right, at the wedding? So they come over, and these guys have been, like, training for weeks on end. Like,
We had one
with
rehearsal.
Okay. They train, though. You guys trained, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Bill comes over and he's like, okay, so we're gonna start on this dance couple, and then the camera's gonna sweep over to this dance couple, and then we're gonna go through the crowd and we're gonna land on this dance couple, and then you guys are gonna be dancing, you're gonna do a flip, and then the camera's gonna go to you, Carlisle and Esme, and we're just gonna land on you guys. And in my mind, I'm like, why can't Carlisle and Esme be dancing? Like what, we're old or something? Like Carlisle can cut a rug, he's been around. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll do something special when the camera lands on me, you know? So they go to the first couple, they go to the second couple, they go to the third couple, it's all perfect. They go to them and they do this amazing flip, and then they go to me and Esme, and I thought, well, I'll just spin her, you know? And it'll be like this cute little spin. I need to use somebody as an example. All right, let me use an audience member. Come on up. See, you get your money's worth now. Come on up.
I totally want to,
All right, so now we're just standing there like this, and we're kind of holding each other like this, and give me your hand. And then I didn't tell Elizabeth what I was gonna do, because I thought, you know, I'm a spontaneous actor. I'll just improvise this, you know. So they go and they do this perfect flip, and then I'm going to spin her, but she starts fighting with me, and we're doing this. And it was the most awkward moment ever. And I thought there was gonna be this cute little ending thing. And Bill yells, cut! And he's like, that was perfect, but what were you doing? What's happening over here? Just stand still. Just let the camera land on you. I said, I was gonna do a little
almost
spin.
had it in one take.
It was after like 14 hours, by the way.
ruined it. Yeah.
We've
I
been
ruined
shooting
it.
for so long that day.
It would have been cute if it landed, but I didn't get
And
the
then he was
rehearsal
like,
time that you
just
guys
put your
did.
hands in your pockets and stand still, Peter.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end. Thank you so much. Let's have a great round of applause for Ashley and Jackson and Kellan and Peter. If you could all please stay seated. Their cars are waiting for them right outside. Or their people. Photo op. Photo op. Would you guys mind standing so everybody could just take a picture of you awkwardly?
Yeah.
Oh, with me? Oh, am I going to get in there too?
Can we get a round of applause for Zach for putting this together? I think what he's doing is fantastic.
Let's all smile and stand still. Yes. We're all looking at completely different cameras. We're not all gonna... Let's pick one right there. Awesome. And down the right. Yeah. And artichoke take on 3. All right. That's good. All right, that's good. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for coming.
Hello? Was that enjoyable? Excellent. Let's give them another round of applause as they're walking out of the building. Make them feel really special. Yeah, everybody's staying seated. Yes, everybody's staying seated. My lovely sister Shekinah is working her butt off all weekend long. Let's hear for Shekinah, shall we? I really do appreciate so much. I'm gonna sit. That you guys are here. That you believe in what we're trying to do at Nerd HQ. Comic-Con. What? Oh, hey, Dave Coleman, get up here, Dave Coleman. This is my partner, Dave. Is this one on? Is that hot?
Hey, I can say I was on a Twilight panel. That's weird.
You were that other guy. We were those two other vampires
I was in the
that nobody
movie.
saw.
It was all CG. It was weird.
Obviously Comic-Con, the mothership, gives you guys giant panels every year and huge stars, the entire cast of Twilight, right? And every star that comes down, is on super tight schedules. And so for them to afford us their time, even for a little bit, it's very difficult. That's why some panels change up last second. It's like, oh my gosh, we're stuck here. So for all the patience that you've afforded us, for all the tickets and all the emails and all that stuff, we have volunteers working around the clock to make sure that this is just something that's special for you guys. Because after doing Chuck panels for 5 years and, going through who went to Chuck panels? Did anybody go here, Chuck panel? Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh, well, thank you. Chuck misses you too. I just talked to him. He said it. But they were always amazing, and you know, and I would always be the verge of tears at the end of them, but because I'm a weeper, whatever. Anyway, the point is,
end of everyone.
Shut up, you. But the point is, I would always look out at all you guys that would be out there, and I'd be like, man, I just wish they could ask questions the whole time. I love Alan Sepinwall, and I love all the moderators we had, but I felt like, you know, they always had access to us. They're reporters more often than not. They can ask us questions all the time. And I'd see a sea of fans, and I just would like, well, let them ask some. I don't care what it is. You can ask me how to strangle a Smurf, or what color they turn, or whatever. Nuts. But amazing. Like, because to me, that's fun. Like, I wanna answer random questions like that. What would I do for a Klondike bar? I don't know. Something crazy. I don't know. But that's what this is all about. I just wanted it to be like a really crazy, intimate time where you guys are like the farthest person back, sir, with the shaved head. Like, I can see you. You can see me. You know, you're not looking at a monitor of me. You're looking at me. And you have an hour, if you so feel like it, to say, hey, I got a question and I want to ask it. And not only that, but you're not, well, I was going to say you're not waiting in lines, but...
But it's not the same kind of lines. Like, you have a seat, so it doesn't matter.
It's
you know,
not.
You're not waiting in line overnight.
Exactly.
Which is a big difference. I would hope that you guys think
which, by the way, is an amazing dedication, and Comic-Con appreciates that, and all the talent and all the shows appreciate that kind of dedication. So I'm not knocking that, but we were trying to think of a way where we could give you guys something special and change lives around the world while simultaneously, and give you, you know, like a cool place to hang out and play video games and party and all that stuff. So thank you. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. I hope that if we're crazy enough to do this again next year, that you guys will come to Nerd HQ. I hope that we give you panels that you like. And tonight, we're throwing a big party for you. So I think at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, it starts at 9. I mean, we're not closing anything down, so the party's just going to...
And is the entrance here on 6th?
Yeah, we're going to enter on 6th. I'm sure a lot of people will do both because we've been... The whole day has been open that way, but we'll be bringing people through the whole venue, so it'll be open for everybody. Yeah. No tickets, no nothing. Just bring your ID and show up. We'll be doing some great giveaways. We're going to give away another custom Xbox tonight with a Nerd Machine on it. We're going to probably give away a custom Tomb Raider Xbox tonight.
Oh, nice.
Some gift cards from our friends at Best Buy, a lot of stuff,
And all weekend long, and even tonight at the party, if you guys are interested, you know, obviously, you're
Maybe
here for the
even
Twilight
a
panel, you're not here
giant
for me, but
television?
I came up with this crazy scheme of, if you wanted to, we have these really cool photo booths, right? So I'm just going to literally stand there, and I thought that, like, if I could take a picture every 10 seconds, in 1 hour, I could raise over $7,000 for charity if it's a $20 picture. So if you guys are into it, if you like that idea, I'm literally going to post up at that photo booth, and you guys can just line up, and if you got a $20 bill, give it to Operation Smile, and we take a crazy fun picture, and maybe in an hour we can raise $7,000. So if you're cool with that, then let's do that too. And I'm going to try and do that like 4 times over the weekend. So if you don't make it tonight, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I will have no voice at the end of this weekend, just like last year, but we care about you. We believe in the fan, and we believe in the relationship, and we want to give you guys something special. So I hope you felt special tonight. And thank you so much, and we'll see you tonight. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, world.